All right, let's dive in now to chapter 4. This is the king's second dream and his conversion. This section of the Bible might be the only part of the Bible that's actually written by a pagan. Because chapter 4 of Daniel is actually written, or at least it's the words, most of the words, of Nebuchadnezzar, believe it or not. In fact, that's why Lennox says chapter 4 is the testimony of Nebuchadnezzar, the great king from the Babylonian area. And he was king for about, let's see, I want to say about 42 years. Took over in 605, do the math. I have to look it up, but in about the 560s or so, he died. So he was king for quite a while. And here's what happens with Nebuchadnezzar. The chapter starts with a doxology, and it ends with a doxology. What's a doxology? In Greek, it means a glory saying. So he's giving praise to God in the first few verses. So that's the opening glory saying of the chapter. And then he says this, I, Nebuchadnezzar, was at home in my palace, contented and prosperous, like most of us are. I had a dream that made me afraid. As I was lying in my bed, the images and visions that passed through my mind terrified me. What were the images and visions that passed through his mind? Well, Nebuchadnezzar had a dream of a great tree. A tree that filled the whole land and could be seen, according to him, from all parts of the earth. Right here in Babylon. A huge tree, a colossal tree. And this tree nested all sorts of different animals, and it provided food for just about everything out there. It was a colossal tree. However, the dream progressed where a messenger came down and said, cut this tree down. Cut it down? Yeah. Cut the tree down. And then this messenger, this angel, whatever it was, said this, let him be drenched with the dew of heaven and let him live with the animals among the plants of the earth. Wait, Nebuchadnezzar's going, time out. Who's him? Who's him? Let him? What is this him business? Because it's not explained right here in the text. Let him be drenched? Okay. And then let his mind be changed from that of the mind of a man and let him be given the mind of an animal. Till 7 times pass by for him. The decision is announced by messengers. The holy ones declare the verdict so that the living may know that the Most High is sovereign over the kingdoms of men and gives them to anyone he wishes and sets over them the lowliest of men. So Nebuchadnezzar is going, wait a minute. I got this big tree. It's amazing. Someone says, cut it down. This messenger says, cut it down. And then this guy, whoever this guy is, this him, is going to be drenched with the dew of heaven. He's going to be given the mind of an animal for 7 times. Most believe it means 7 years. And this, so everyone's going to know that the Most High God is sovereign. Here's the theme of Daniel right here. We've said it several times. What's the theme of Daniel? God is sovereign. God reigns over all. No matter what's going on here on earth, God's in control. He's sovereign. So Nebuchadnezzar is terrified because who's this guy that's going to be, this tree's going to be cut down and this guy's going to be given the mind of an animal for 7 years? Who is this guy? So he calls in who? His magicians. I guess he hasn't learned yet. These guys didn't do squat for him in chapter 2, right? But he calls them in anyway and says, yo, he even tells them the dream. And what do they say? Well, we got no idea, oh great king. Well, let's call Daniel in. Let's call Daniel in and see what Daniel has to say. So he calls Daniel in, and he says, this is the dream that I, King Nebuchadnezzar, had. Now, Belteshazzar, the word for Daniel, or the name for that they had given Daniel, remember, what does this mean? We talked about it in chapter 1. It means Bel, protect this man. Bel was another word for Marduk, which is the chief god of the Babylonians. So his name now means basically Marduk, protect this guy. Okay? Tell me what it means, for none of the wise men in my kingdom can interpret it for me, but you can, because the spirit of the holy gods, he still seems to be a polytheist here, the spirit of the holy gods is in you. And it goes on to say that Daniel was appalled, and he didn't want to tell Nebuchadnezzar what the dream meant. Why not?